Have you ever walked away from a conversation and thought something felt off, but you couldn't explain what, or met someone who seemed rude only to find out later they were just having the worst day of their life? The truth is, people are rarely what they appear to be on the surface. What we show the world is often the opposite of what's happening underneath. And once you learn to notice a few simple psychological patterns, you start seeing people in a completely different way. The one who never stops talking, the one who's always joking, the friend who suddenly goes quiet, even the person who looks like they have it all figured out. So today, let's explore some psychological truths that might change how you see everyone around you. And number six might be the one that hits closest to home. Number one, people open up most when they feel safe, not when they feel important. We often assume that when someone talks a lot about themselves, they're just self-absorbed. But usually it's the opposite. Opening up is a sign of trust. When someone shares their stories and feelings with you, it often means they feel comfortable enough to lower their guard. So the next time someone talks your ear off, don't assume they're selfish. They might just feel safe with you in a way they rarely feel with others. Number two, the funniest person in the room is often the one hurting the most. Some people use humor like armor. They make everyone laugh, so no one thinks to ask if they're okay. A joke can be a way of hiding pain in plain sight. Laughter doesn't always mean happiness. Sometimes it means someone learned that being funny is safer than being honest. So pay attention to the person who's always making everyone else smile. They might be the one who needs someone to check on them. Number three, people forget your words, but they never forget your energy. You can't always remember what someone said to you last year, but you remember exactly how they made you feel, whether they made you feel small or made you feel like you mattered. That's why one kind sentence can stay with a person for years. A simple, "I'm glad you're here," can outlast 1,000 conversations because people don't remember what you said. They remember how they felt when they were near you. Number four, the most confident looking people often carry the loudest doubts. Confidence isn't the absence of fear. It's just fear that learned to walk with its head up. Someone can command a room while silently wondering if anyone actually likes them. And this is why comparing yourself to others is a trap. You're comparing your inside to their outside, and their outside is carefully edited. Almost everyone is quietly unsure of themselves. They've just gotten good at hiding it. Number five, how people treat you often reflects how they feel about themselves. Have you ever been snapped at for no reason and spent the rest of the day wondering what you did wrong? Most of the time, the answer is nothing. People carry their stress, insecurity, and exhaustion into every interaction. A person who feels small might try to make you feel smaller. A person who's hurting might lash out. This doesn't excuse cruelty, but it can free you from taking it personally. Their reaction is a mirror of their world, not a verdict on your worth. Number six, the quietest person usually notices the most. We tend to think quiet people have nothing to say, but often they're the ones who see everything while everyone else is talking. They're watching. They catch the little details, the changes in tone, the things left unsaid. Silence isn't emptiness. Sometimes it's the sound of someone paying very close attention, so never underestimate the quiet one in the room. They probably understand it better than anyone. Number seven, we often grieve people who never really existed. Sometimes when we lose someone, we're not mourning who they actually were. We're mourning who we imagine them to be. We remember the good moments and quietly delete the reasons things fell apart. We replay conversations wishing we'd said something different, and we hold on to a version of them that lived only in our minds. Letting go isn't about forgetting someone. It's about accepting that the person we imagined and the person who was real were never quite the same. And strangely, that realization can set you free. Number eight, people rarely say what they mean directly. Human beings communicate in code. The person who says, "I don't care," often cares the most. The one who keeps asking, "Are you mad at me?" is usually afraid of being left. The friend who suddenly goes distant might be drowning, not indifferent, and "I'm fine" is often a quiet plea for someone to ask one more time. If you want to understand people, don't just listen to their words, watch their patterns. That's where the truth usually hides. And here's the biggest lesson of all. You almost never know the full story. The stranger who cut you off might be rushing to a hospital. The coworker who ignored you might be barely holding it together. The friend who disappeared might be fighting something they can't put into words. Everyone you meet is carrying a weight you can't see. This doesn't mean you have to accept mistreatment. Boundaries still matter, but understanding people helps you stop taking everything so personally, because once you realize that everyone is fighting a private battle, you become a little gentler, a little slower to judge, a little quicker to forgive. And maybe that's the real gift of understanding psychology. It doesn't just help you read other people, it helps you make peace with yourself. And so the next time someone confuses you, don't ask, "What's wrong with them?" Ask instead, "What might they be going through that I can't see?" Because sometimes that single question can change everything.